What's kicking YouTube? I'm the Pokegen, and welcome back to another Wi-Fi battle. Today my opponent is Enestor 27. He is a good friend of mine and also another PokeTuber as well. So his links will be in the description below, his Twitter and his YouTube, if I might add. So today I have a UU battle for you guys today, and I gotta say this was a pretty good battle, and it was kind of long, so bear with me on this one. My team is consisted with the Jirachi that you guys see often. It's the King's Rock Jirachi with Iron Head, Ice Punch, Drain Punch, and I got rid of Zen Headbutt for U-turn because I thought it'd be a little bit more useful. I have a Life Orb Crocodile with Knockoff, Crunch, Earthquake, and Shadow Claw just for coverage. My defensive Arcanine, which does work in this battle, I'm not gonna lie. He has Flare Blitz, Will-O-Wisp, Extreme Speed, and Morning Sun. And then my Mega for my team is Absol. I have to say, Absol does work for me. I love Absol. Mega Absol is definitely my favorite Mega in X and Y. He's running Knockoff. It originally had like Night Slash or something like that, but I got rid of it for Knockoff because I needed a little bit more Knockoff coverage. Yeah, it has a Knockoff, Psycho Cut, X Scissor, and Play Rough. Next, this is actually a Physical Goodra instead of Special. I know Special is a little more common, but I decided to run a Physical Goodra. So he has Outrage, Aqua Tail, Power Whip, and Earthquake. So that's pretty interesting move pool, you gotta say. Goodra has a really interesting move pool, and I really like it. And then Chestnut. This is a Banded Chestnut. It's a little different from Enestor's Chestnut. His Chestnut's a little different. But mine consists of Drain Punch, Poison Jab, Seed Bomb. What was the last move? For some reason, I can't think of the last move for right now, but his team is pretty interesting. I might add too. He has a Life Orb, Life Orb Yamega, a Scrafty with leftovers. So this Chestnut was very annoying. It had leftovers on it too. I think it was more a defensive Chestnut, and it was just really annoying. And then Crobat, which was kind of annoying too. It had Black Sludge. Next we have the Florges, which is the most annoying Pokemon in UU, let's just face it. And then Uxie, which he did lead off with, so I'm going to get started on this battle, shall we? So, this was just a long battle, 33 turns! But he ends up leading with Azelf, and I ended up leading with Beth. So, he ended up going for Taunt, and I don't know why, to be completely honest. I just ended up going for U-turn, just to get some damage on this thing, because it's weak to bug, and it does more than half, which I'm pretty impressed with. So I switch into my Crocodile, Crocodile, which name is Meth, by the way. That's a joke. He ends up going, and I get the Intimidate off too, but it doesn't really matter, because this thing's a special attacker anyway, so. We ended up seeing the leftovers on the Azelf, and I was kind of confused, but then I realized Taunt. That means it could be a little bit of a special defensive set. So he's running Taunt and Stealth Rocks, and it's unfortunately the only moves that we see because I ended up killing it with Knockoff. Whoops. So unfortunately he did get the rocks up, so that's kind of problematic to my team. But, so yeah, we get that kill, and we got one Pokemon all the way in 2 turns. So next he brings in this annoying Chestnut. Not today. I get his reference. I love it. I ended up going into my Arcanine because I can pretty much take any hit that this thing gives me, and he basically walls this Chestnut. So I ended up getting the Intimidate off too because I was thinking maybe he's more of a offensive based Chestnut, but he ended up going for Leech Seed, and unfortunately he didn't miss. So. Kind of sucks on his part, but I ended up going for the Will-O-Wisp because I need to burn this thing because I know these things are a bit more physical. So, now he does not miss the Leech Seed and is getting more problematic because this Chestnut is so annoying. But I do carry leftovers on my Rufus Arcanine, as he recover more of my health, and he's burned also, but it's just like, I think he had leftovers too, or no. Did he have leftovers? I think he did. But he ended up switching out into the Floor just for some reason. I ended up going for Flare Blitz this turn, but just look at how much damage this does to Florges. That kind of proves that Florges is not really defensive, but it still lived too. Neutral damage, fire attack, so his nickname for Florges is really funny too. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, we see the leftovers as always on Florges. I mean, what other item would you see on a Florges? I've never seen anything other than leftovers. So the Leech Seed is still kind of happening, and I realize that it's kind of problematic. So he goes for the Protect. I believe I went for Will-O-Wisp, and I did. Okay. I wanted to get some damage on this thing. So I think I did switch out. I don't really remember, but did I switch out this turn? No, but there's so many hazards in this freaking, like, no, not hazards, like so many like recovering and leech seeding and burn. It was just that's why this battle was so long. But I finally ended up switching out into the Jirachi because I was fearing a Moonblast or something. I wasn't really entirely sure, but I think I just wanted to get in there just because of Iron Head. So we ended up going for Aromatherapy. Mine has I would put Calm Mind on my Florges, but I've seen a couple different Florges, but he ends up going for Aromatherapy and recovering the burn on Chestnut, which is kind of problematic. Again. So he ends up switching out into Scrafty, which I think I went for Iron Head just to get some damage on the Florges, but yeah, I went for Iron Head. So it does a little less than half, which I'm okay with because Scrafty's pretty annoying as well, going for Dragon Dances and all that fun stuff. So I ended up going for U-Turn to see how much his damage did, because he's also dark, but then I realized it's neutral damage, but almost killing a Scrafty. I wanted it to kill, but it did not kill, unfortunately. So I ended up switching out into Goodra because I probably should have just went in and went for Drain Punch, to be honest. I think I made a bad play, and which I kind of did because he ended up setting up a Dragon Dance in front of me. And then next turn he just went for the Ice Punch, unfortunately, and almost killing Goodra. Goodra is not that defensive, as I know, and this is an Assault Vest Goodra, I think. Yeah, I must have said leftovers by mistake, but yeah, I have an Assault Vest Goodra on in a physical Scrafty. I end up just going for Aqua Tail and it ends up killing Scrafty. Good on my part, right? Yeah. So, he ends up bringing the Crobat, which is also another physical Pokemon. I believe he ends up killing the Goodra on this turn for Cross Poison, and which it pretty much did. Oh well. Goodra didn't really live too long, but it killed Scrafty, so that's pretty good. So I ended up bringing my Mega, the Absol, which for some reason doesn't have a nickname because I think I actually breeded this one. And I ended up going for the Mega, and I believe I went for Psycho Cut. He ended up going for U-Turn. Look at that beautiful Mega, guys. I have a plushie of Mega Absol too. It's so beautiful. So yeah, he's faster than me and goes for U-Turn, which I thought it was gonna kill. And I was like, crap, is this gonna kill? But no, it doesn't. And it wasn't even a crit either. So I thought it was, but it was not. But he ends up U-turning out into Florges. Probably wanted to go for Moonblast or Dazzling Gleam, but I ended up going for Psycho Cut, which does pretty good. Excuse me, doing a lot more damage than I thought it would. But thing is, I went for Knockoff this turn. Ended up killing because of a crit. I'm so happy, and it's like, and it resists Dark too, so I was really, really pleased with Absol on this. But it was a crit too, so I kind of like can't be happy about that. But he ends up bringing the Crobat as I go for Psycho Cut again, but he ends up killing off the Absol with the U-turn, which I think I was okay with because I have my other knockoff user in the back, which is Crocodile. So after he U-turns out, I believe he goes into, okay, he goes into the Mega, which ironically enough wasn't faster than some of my Pokemon. We'll see in the end. But I end up going into a Jirachi to get an Ice Punch off. But He ends up going for Protect because he's a speed boost the Omega, which is pretty common ability, which I never see the other ability, but probably wanted to scout me out to see what I would do, and that's probably honestly like the safest play you can do. But he ends up switching out because I went for Ice Punch again. He ends up switching into the Not Today. For some reason, I don't know why he went to Not Today, but I think it's because he's more defensive, and Young Mega can't take an Ice Punch. So, this part of the battle is where it kind of gets really, really annoying and stally. So I just keep going for Ice Punch at this point, predicting maybe a freeze. A freeze would have been nice, but I can't just rely on hacks. So he just goes for Leech Seed just to get some damage away from me, and I believe his moveset is Leech Seed, Spiky Shield, Brick Break, and something else, but I really don't know what his fourth move was. But as he gets damage back and I'm losing damage, he goes for Spiky Shield because I'm physical and I can't do anything else. So I just go for the Ice Punch, I think. No, I went for U-turn to get out of here. I think I wanted to switch into something else. I completely don't know why. But I decided, I think I went for U-turn again or I went for Ice Punch. I really can't remember what I did for this. After we cover all this nonsense of Leech Seed and leftovers, yeah, I went for U-turn this turn, again, and I believe I went, oh, it's another crit, by the way. I'm telling you, this battle was just crit city all over it. Yeah, I forgot I still had Rufus alive at this point, so I wanted to get a Will-O-Wisp buff, or I just went for Flare Blitz. But, yeah, and I got the Intimidate off too, so that was pretty good. Brick Break wouldn't do that much, so which he did use this turn, because look at that. I ended up living with 10 HP, and I got some leftover recovery at this point. I went for Morning Sun, I believe, the next turn, or I went for Flare Blitz, but I wanted to get more HP back, so I just went for Morning Sun. I think next turn I went for Will-O-Wisp, because now since the Florges is not alive, I was pretty safe in going with the Will-O-Wisp, so wouldn't have to worry about aromatherapy. But he goes for Leech Seed for this turn because he wanted to recover more damage. But there's just the whole story part after the recovery, then Leech Seed. It was just so long, including with the burn too. Oh no, eventually he gets another burn, I think, as I may add. But he ends up going for Spiky Shield as I go for Will-O-Wisp, I think. Yeah, I went for Will-O-Wisp this turn because I just, like I said, I wanted to get some more damage off. So I believe, did I go for Flare Blitz or did I go for Extreme Speed the next turn? I'm telling you, this Chestnut is just so annoying and I wanted it to die. He only had about 2 Pokemon left. He had this thing and Young Mega left, and this was the most problematic thing I could think of. So there we go, I ended up going for Flare Blitz, but he lived because he's so defensive and annoying. But he ended up going for Brick Break again, and I ended up living, so I believe I just ended up going for Flare Blitz again, or for Will-O-Wisp because I really wanted to get Will-O-Wisp off. I think, yeah, I was in crit range at that point, so it was kind of unfortunate that I was in the red. But I finally get the Will-O-Wisp off. I needed to do something to this Chestnut, honestly. So he ended up going for Brick Break, and I believe he killed me this turn. No, he didn't. I live with 10 HP again. Again. Amazing, right? That defensive Arcanine is a thing. I never would have thought Arcanine would be defensive, as I keep learning about these Pokemon, and it just amazes me that some of these Pokemon have so much potential in their tier. And unfortunately, the Leech ends up killing me off, which sucks. So I have Jirachi left. I want to say I do have Jirachi left. Yeah. No, Chestnut. Oh no, I have Chestnut and Jirachi left. So I bring in my Chestnut. He ends up switching out. No, he has a Crobat left too. I keep forgetting this is at this point. We only have 10 turns left, almost 10 turns, but I ended up going for Poison Jab. and it does a little less than half, and we have to get the poison off. Unfortunate on his part, but good on my part. Yeah, so he ends up switching out at this point and going back into the Crobat. So I believe he went for Cross Poison, or he should have went for Brave Bird, but I keep going for Poison Jab because look at the damage it does to Crobat. I was really surprised in that damage, but as he recovers for Black Sludge, he goes for another Cross Poison. I really don't know why. I think because he wanted to get stabbed, but Brave Bird and Cross Poison are stabbed, but still, I was kind of confused as to why he didn't go to Brave Bird for this, or maybe because of the recoil and didn't want to risk the whole crit thing. So I guess I can see where he's coming from at this point. He unfortunately kills me off with the Cross Poison later on, but I go into Jirachi because this is the only thing I have left at this point. No, wait, I have Crocodile too. I'm thinking, wait, I forgot. I only used Crocodile like twice in this battle. So he ends up going for Brave Bird. Now, I end up living because I am defensive Jirachi. So I go for Ice Punch, thinking that it wouldn't kill, but it actually did, and I was really ecstatic about it. So now he definitely has the Chestnut and the Yanmega left. But I ended up going for Iron Head just to get flinches. All I wanted to do was go for Iron Head and flinches, but wait. I think he ended up going for Spiky Shield the next turn because he probably knows that all I have are just offensive moves and it would decrease my HP. Which I was kind of okay with. I didn't mind because I knew that that Jirachi would take anything that that Chestnut would give to me. But I believe I was in crit range. He was in crit range right now. And I ended up going for, after the burn, he's now in crit range. So I ended up just going for Ice Punch, and it finally kills. No, it doesn't kill, but I think the burn does. I thought I killed for this turn. I thought I did. I guess the next turn he ends up dying. But basically this entire battle was just Crit City, and just recovering out, and unfortunately, oh yeah, right, I forgot about this. Jirachi dies to Leech Seed. Why, for some reason, this battle just kind of like went to the back of my head, and I don't remember why. So, as you can see, he's not that much, he doesn't have that much HP left, and I bring in my last Pokemon, Crocodile. I don't know why my door just made noise, but I ended up going for Earthquake, and I get the Intimidate off, which I knew I was going to live a hit from this thing now, because he's burned and intimidated, so finally I'm faster than the Chestnut and kill it with an Earthquake. I probably should have went for Knockoff, but I went for Earthquake anyway. So, I'm a Life Orb Crocodile, and all he has left is Yanmega. I thought Yanmega was faster than me, but apparently it naturally is, but I guess it didn't have enough speed invested because Knockoff ended up killing Yanmega with a no, it wasn't a crit. But I ended up taking the win for this battle. And pretty long battle, like I said. I was pretty happy with this battle. I did make some pretty bad mistakes, especially with U-turning out into Jirachi U-turning out into Rudra, which I should have just stayed in and go for the Drain Punch, but overall, it was a pretty good battle. Thank you, Enestor, for battling me. It was really good. I had a really good time battling you. I'll hopefully battle again someday. And alright guys, thank you very much for watching the video. Don't forget to leave a like or comment if you did enjoy, and also don't forget to subscribe to me if you haven't already. And also, if you want to check out some more Wi-Fi battles, they will be in the link in the description below. So, I will see you guys in the next video. Later!